ways more, don't you?
There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror movie. For instance, number 1, you can never have sex.
Who was I kidding anyway?
Number 2, you can never drink or do drugs.
I'm sorry, what?
And number 3, never, ever, ever, under any circumstances say, I'll be right back. Be right back!
What the fuck? What the hell are you supposed to be?
What does it look like? Why, I'm Freddy Krueger. 1, 2, I'm coming for you. And shit.
No, you're not. Look at you. I mean, what the fuck are you doing in my laundry room?
Fine. Fine. I just finished up my latest kill and got blood all over me. I mean, this shit was everywhere. This was my next stop, so I figured, hey, might as well get my laundry done and borrow some of this fine young gentleman's clothes.
And the mask?
Well, that's just to cover up my fuck ugly face. We've all seen it.
Alright, well, can I get you something to eat while you wait? Maybe a chocolate brownie smoothie?
This isn't the only reason why I'm here.
I make good smoothies.
Like I said, you are my next stop. I'm here on this fateful night to make you play a game. And not just any game.
Yes?
Oh, I think you know exactly what game. I mean, look at me. A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, fuck, no. Just a dream. You know what? Fuck it. Let's review A Nightmare on Elm Street on the NES. 7 years ago, in October 2011, I played a little game for the NES called Friday the 13th, based off the film of the same name, which came out in 1980. The game was trash, like actual hot flaming garbage with little to do with the actual film, which really should come as no shock as it was made by LJN. For those of you who don't know, LJN was a video game studio that was notorious for producing absolute shitwads of games throughout the 80s and 90s, such as Who Framed Roger Rabbit, The Karate Kid, and Back to the Future. Anyway, shortly after playing that game, I came to discover that there's another game by LJN based off another horror film, A Nightmare on Elm Street. It's been 7 years until I found out this fact, and I still have yet to play the game. Until tonight. Since I've never played this game, I don't really know what I'm getting into or what I should even expect. I mean, I've never even seen any of the Nightmare movies. Well, besides the 2010 remake, which despite its hate, I actually really liked. Shh, please don't hate me. The game itself was released in 1990 in between the release of A Nightmare on Elm Street 5 and Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare. But despite that, I believe this game is simply based off of the original film, which hit theaters in 1984. So we start up the game and the menu appears as promising as it could. We have the title with a cool, chilling, creepy font. We have Freddy, we have knives, what more could we need? Well, plenty to be honest, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. We'll press start and we'll see what we're getting. What? We're just thrown right in? No story, no cheap cutscenes, no given tasks? I guess it's one of those games. You're thrown in and you pretty much just have to figure out what to do all on your own. But many questions have already risen. What the fuck is happening? Why are animals attacking me?
I'm supposed to fight them, I assume. But why?
How exactly does this relate to the movies?
What's up with this courthouse building and why is it in the middle of fucking nowhere? Sorry, but my mind is just honestly racing with questions already, and it's been like, what, a good 15 seconds? I don't know who we're playing as, but I think it's safe to say that it's just some random-ass goofy teenager. I'm not sure what the point of the game is yet, so I'm just racing my way through, killing shit and...
Oh, what the fuck?
Is that a joke? Did this horror game that is supposed to be at least slightly scary just use a cheesy angel animation for the death of the character? Come on, just a tiny ounce of creativity here. That's all I'm asking for. Whoa, 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 holy shit. Well, I guess we're in the dream world now. It's honestly the exact same, except darker, and the enemies are now a bit more menacing.
Enemies. I use that term very loosely because what's out to get you are animals and creatures that for some reason want you dead.
I mean, is there any reason why I should get gang raped by a group of snakes when I'm just dashing by trying to figure out my purpose? And what I really don't get is why the snakes in the real world turn into dogs in the dream world. What's wrong with dogs? They're not spawns of Satan like the rest of this shit. I mean, look at them. They're adorable. But not in this game, I guess. Meanwhile, in the real world, I get to face zombies and fucking giant sewer rats on the neighborhood streets. Like, Jesus. Other than that, we have some rocks. Falling rocks. Okay, and then random spooky Halloween themed enemies like skeletons and ghosts. Nice, nice, nice. Well thought out. A++.
The one thing that has pissed me off the most about the enemies up to this point in the game is this.
Why do all the enemies respawn when I leave the screen and come back? That's an extremely huge design flaw. Or it's just the developers trying to be straight up assholes. Anyway, back to the game itself. So something I've come to realize is that these buildings are houses. Okay, they don't look like houses to me, especially when they're crawling with infestation, but I can accept it. Nothing in this game makes sense yet, so it's whatever. Like this. Am I gathering wrenches or bones?
I mean, I hope it's wrenches, because I don't have any bone props for this scene to make any sense. But it's not like I can drug juggle worth shit anyway, so what does it matter?
But so far, this just seems like any mediocre, tedious game about getting to the end of the level as you fight your way through. It's actually sort of a shittier version of Castlevania. In fact, it's practically a rip-off of elements of Castlevania. Almost as if the developers just threw together a similar game, added some scary enemies, and slapped the name of the franchise right on top of it to take our money. I could see this game being based off Charlotte's Web before I saw it as a Nightmare on Elm Street game. I mean, check it out, we got Templeton the Rat, we got spiders, it makes sense. But Nightmare on Elm Street? I don't see it. Wait. Oh shit! Of course, right as I say that, I guess this is the part of the game that actually relates to the movies in some way. For a whole 5 seconds before I end up getting killed. How am I supposed to face a guy with knives for fingers when all I have are my bare fists? There we go. Dead.
Damn, that was intense. I mean, we're 5 minutes into the game and already this shit. There's no mercy. There's absolutely no mercy.
Alright, we'll start over and go through all these houses, which all have the same design, might I add. Oh, developers, you thought no one would notice? Yeah, people aren't that fucking dumb. Come on now. Oh, now what's this? A dead end? Oh, and I can't go through the floor with the arrow that's pointing right down under for me to enter it? That makes perfect sense.
I know it probably just seems like I'm shitting on the game, but I'm a pretty open-minded person when it comes to video games. For God's sakes, I'm playing a 30-year-old Nintendo game based off of a horror film. And it's just bad. I mean, I can't even find a single positive point in the game.
Well, I guess there's the graphics. They're decent enough for the NES, but then we have the music. Oh, the music. Beautiful, right? Music to my damn ears. It's the kind of game music where it's so bad and so obnoxious that you absolutely have to mute your TV to prevent a sinus headache at the highest degree.
But in all honesty, if you do want to stay fully immersed in the game and keep the music on, just keep a bottle of this nearby.
The icing on top of this shitty game is something I already discussed, how the enemies vanish when you pause the game and then return, because then you end up getting stuck in a sticky situation like this one. Alright, so now that I've finally experimented with the game and figured out what to do somewhat, I can probably explain the concept a little bit. You basically have to go into each location in the game, collect all the bones, and eventually dispose of all of them in the local high school's furnace, and you can't go to the other locations till you complete previous ones, starting with the 3 houses. As you collect the bones, it counts down so you know how many you have left in each location. Then, every now and then, you face Freddy, but you're not really even facing him at all, as all you can do is fight his extra giant fists that are breaking through the fucking floor for whatever reason. But it doesn't matter, you know why? Because no matter what, you'll end up dead.
And it doesn't stop there. This game is so unforgiving with its difficulty sometimes.
Like this is some horse shit. How am I not gonna die here? I survived though. Okay, that was unexpected, but let's continue through, since I'm still in the first house. Wait, what? God, please someone inform me what is happening here.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so I suppose we have a little mini-boss on our hands, if you will, but I won't, because it's just a boring pain in the ass as you punch this poor excuse for a boss anyway. Like, okay, but then I eventually kill it and get the first key, and it's off to the second house to do it all over again. Yeah, why even continue at this point? Do I really want to kill all the enemies, face Freddy, jump over boxes, hate myself again, just in different, poorly designed settings?
It's just a process that's going to repeat over and over again like most of LJN's games. It's their formula, it's laziness, it's inconsistency, and most of all, the bottom line, it's shit.
You want at least one more positive thing about this game? It has a 4-player co-op, which is somewhat impressive for an NES game, but what's this? I still can't answer the cemetery? Well, whoop-de-fucking-do.
Have a question, comment, or concern? Or maybe you just want to know more about upcoming videos? Check me out and follow me on Twitter for exclusive updates and more.
Hello everybody, thank you for watching the newest episode of the Retrospect Lounge. If you missed either of the previous 2 episodes, check those out. Click the video on the left to see a list of the top 10 best moments in Lost. It's pretty awesome. On the right, check out a game review of Lost via Domus.